Right, so we're going to be carrying on now with the Russian turn 2. So get rid of some pins and panics, and let's go with wind change. 4, unfortunately for me, that's going to be a Russian random event. 3, 4, 5, yep, so let's see what they get. 64. Well, that sucks. All friendly command die rolls get a +1. So, as if it's not hard enough to get command die rolls, now we have to deal with an extra +1. Yeah, makes life interesting. Okay, so extra +1 now on all the friendly command die rolls. So let's do rallies. Now again, we have 4 self-rallies for the Russians. That's 1, but it's a DM in the open, so I don't like it very much. DM in the open. This guy's here in the pillbox. We'll do those for 2. 1, 2. Probably going to do those 2 as well. Yeah, let's do those guys. Alright, so this guy here needs a 4 and a 4 for this guy here. A 5 actually, because he's fanatic. Alright, so he's back. This guy needs a 4. As a matter of fact, I'm overstacked in this location. I cannot come to that location. They would not be there. I'm going to have to put them back one more. You're going to keep your DM, but this guy, well, keep it 2, I guess. No, that's fine. You'll take yours off. You're in a shell hole. You're okay. This guy here. This guy here. Can we fix that tube? Nope. Yes, this guy comes back. And you're going to keep your DM. I should have probably moved you guys because you're in the open. And let me do that now. So you're going to come here. I forgot to route those guys away in the route phase. And then we do the Germans. So this will come off. This 10-2 really needs to bring that guy back. Yet he fails again. No rallies for you. I need leaders back here desperately. This 9-1's panicked 2 turns in a row now. One, 2, 3. Fix a gun. Or bip a gun. I guess those guys are off the board. I don't think I rolled that guy yet. Fix that gun. Rally the squad, rally the leader. And now we get into the Russian prep fire. Do they get artillery strike? 36 says no, they do not. 527, what are we doing for you? That is a fire command. You. That's a move command. But you're in a defensive position. I don't think I'm going to do that. So let's fire 2 up 2 here. Enough to DM. You're going to fire 6 up 2 there. This gun here. Panicked. Which you did last turn too, if I remember correctly, so that's good. That's gone. And you, a little pack front. You have you can act, and you have +1, 2, 3, 4 for target size. Acquired once is +3, so 5 or less to hit. That is a miss. Acquired twice. This guy here. That is an action, so you're going to have basically the same to hit. Actually, you're not acquired, so because you panicked, so that's you're starting from scratch. And you guys were broke. Oh yeah, I already read. Yeah, I tried to anyways. This squad here, we do have a shot. Let's take that. That's a hit rate of fire. And not much. Next shot is last shot. And we have that, so we're done. Fire controller guy is busy there. This guy cannot be here, I've just realized. I have to put him here. That is a fire command, but I think I want to move you guys into the... oh, wait, I forgot to roll to clear these guys. Clearance die roll. That would be no. E27, no. E28, no. Sapper and E29. That would be a -2, 3, and a 4. Would still be no. So those guys, I think, get a labor counter. I think they get a labor counter. Actually, I think everybody gets a labor counter if I remember correctly. As they're busy probing away inside the minefields. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to fire, I think, on these guys here because they're the bigger threat right now while they're probing. So it's going to be a 6 up 1 shot, a 6 up 2 shot, no effect. And we're going to jump into the trench later on. You are going to fire a 4 up 1 here. 4 on the 4 is a 1 check. 7-0 and the squad's broken. And the 467 is pinned. So unfortunately, it's a sapper squad that is broken, which really sucks. This guy. That's a fire command, and let's fire on. That would be a +3, so that's not much good. This guy here. We're going to be on 6 table up 3. And broke my LMG. You guys panic, which is awesome. And then this 458 here. That's a fire command, so let's do a 4 up 2. (527) is going to do a 8 up 3. NMC, so we have a leader, squad. NMC, so this guy's pinned, fine, and broken. We have our 2 half squads in the pillbox. That's fire command. They're going to do 2 up 1. And then our berserk guys, barring panic, are going to be charging. Flamethrower guy, we're going to move, barring panic. We're going to move to here, then we're going to flame the tank. Although I could fire right now. It would be on the 4 table, I think. Vehicle to kill, heat, FT, 2 half F long range. So it would be a 4. 4 or less, we could kill the tank. Or I could move closer and then try an 8 or less. Problem, if I move closer, I'm going to get probably going to get shot. But I don't like a 4 or less. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to move. That's fine. This guy here. Let's move. Try and get our gun back. This guy here is a panic attack. That's great. I should have realized these guys are going to activate, actually. So let's do I-15 first. Is a 5, would be a -1, would not be activated. And then I-17 is going to be activated. As an 8 is a squad and a fortification. And we have a 628. I think that's an obstacle. Yes, obstacle. Obstacle is a 3, which is wire. We're already in wire, so we're not going to put another wire down. We'll just sit there. And we're going to move that guy as well. Let's do a 4 flat here. Pitting task check. We have 447 and the 467. You're pinned. No panic for you. Let's do a 8 flat here. No effect. 6 to 8 across the way. We're going to do a 6 flat. No effect. 4 flat. No effect. Mortar is unmanned. And then this guy here is going to do a 4 flat. No effect. Do I try and immobilize the Stug? Yeah. That is a hull hit, but not going to be enough. So that didn't work. And here, this guy's berserk, bar in action, he's going to charge. Alright, so Lastly, we'll have the 447 here. That a fire command, so let's do 10, 12 up 3. 8 on that is a 1 check, and they're broken. Alright, so let's go to move, and we'll start with this berserk guy here. Now we do have this guy as our closest target, and route most direct is going to be right into this minefield, which turns out to be a dummy, so it's nothing. And we're going to track that guy, so we're going to fire the tank first. And I do have a armor leader, 9-1. Acquisition's a -2. Moving in open non-assault is a -4. And with a button up is a +1. So it's going to be a anything but a 12 will hit. That is a critical. So on the 24 table, you have a 9, which is going to be a 2, I think. Yeah. Leader, squad. Squad is a half. And the squaddies are going to fire if this guy can be in command. So that'll be a 12 down to 6 on the 12 is a 2 check. The leader and the squad. Squad's vaporized and the leader has a wound. And we'll let him run in. Alright, down here we have another stack of berserks. Where are we? Here. Alright, so 3 choices. We have 1, 2, 3. We actually have 4 choices. This one would be the easiest because there's no minefield, so I think we're going to head to that. So we're going to come here for 1. I'd have to pivot to track that, so I'm just going to leave the acquisition there. This 9-2 is going to take a command die roll, which he fails because reasons. Next up will be this 8-1. So let's start with this 24 firepower down 2. 4 on the 24 is a 1 KIA. So we have a leader, squad, half squad. So these 2 guys are gone. And this guy is CR'd, I believe. And I do not have rates, so this guy's a first fired. That would be 12 residual in that location. And they can continue on now into here. I'm going to let them come in. I'm going to do triple point blank fire, which will put me on the 12 table with a -2. 9 on the 12's an NMC, and they're fine. 6 residual in that location. They want to fire anything else. I could final the squads. Let's do that. So that's going to be on the 6 down 2. Alright, so that'll kill him. And and then I can do other moves that I have up here. All right, so we're going to come here for 1.5. That'll be 3. This guy's going to go 1.5 for 3. This guy needs command die roll. He's going to do an 8, down 1, 6 on the 8's a 1 check, and he's fine. First fired, and we have a 4 residual there. You guys are going to fire here, so I don't want to draw more fire than I have to. This 9-1 is going to fire his 20 firepower. +1, 2 for the green. No, that would be 1.5 for the green. 2 for the wreck, 2.5, so it would be on the 2. Down 1, so it would be a +1 on the 20 table. Non-assault would bring it down to flat. 11 on the 20. NMC. And he is pinned. And no rate. Alright, this guy's going to assault move. This tank is going to roll for command. And I'm going to have to fire, but I'm going to be firing my lower die, doubling the lower die. Alright, so I miss. First fired, I missed. I'm going to have to take this guy out. Let's do... this would be 12. This would be 16 with the ATR and the LMG. With a -1 because of the flamethrower. (16 -1). 6 on the 16. Looking at a 2 check. And he's fine. I could fire on the 6 along with this guy. That would be on the 4. So altogether that would be on the 8's table with a -1. 4 on the 8 is a 2. And he breaks. Okay, good. Whew. I thought for sure I was going to lose my tank. Alright, so that is that. Let's go to German defensive fire. Let's do our OBA. We do have an FFE2 in place. I want to adjust that because right now it's not hitting anything. And I want to land it on here. Or do I move it south? If I adjust it to here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'd be 2 blind hexes. So this is a blind hex. This is a blind hex. I cannot see that. Actually, no. I'm a level higher than this. So I would be able to see this hex here. Which means I don't have to do a second chit draw. So if I move this over to here... I will be able to see the base level, and I won't have to do a second chit draw. So if I do that, yeah, it's pre-registered anyway, so. Right, I need a 1 to be accurate. Not accurate, it can only be off 1 hex, and it lands right on my pre-registered, so. I'm fine with that. Alright, so FFE2 there. This comes over here. I'll do that now. And target hex. On the 150, we have an 8 up 3 is an 11. Gets us a... Actually, no, that's a 100. That's on the 20. Gets us an NMC. These guys are fanatics, so an NMC on an 8, an 8, and a 9. Good enough for a DM. Rubble I4. On a 1, no. J4. J5. H5 for flame. And H4 for flame. Not great. Alright, and that is continuation. Now we do our other one. We want to adjust and convert. So we're going to adjust 3 hexes right to here, and we want to convert it in place. Alright, not accurate on a 1. 1 hex off for 2. Okay, I'll take it. And we land an HE 150 right there. Target location on that road. We have a 10 up 4 is a 14 on the 30 is a pinning. Well, they're pinned. Fire controller trench. G35. That'll be activation. As a 8 is a squad fortification. We have a 458 in a entrenchment. And is now Elard. H35 activated as a squad support weapon fort. Squad support weapon fortification. So that's going to be a medium. The 3 is a medium, I believe. A light mortar, really? Yeah, okay, so it's going to be a 447 with a light mortar and a entrench. And he is fine. 11 on the 20 is a NMC. Yeah. Alright, he's fine. This location here. We have an 8. Up 4 is a 12 is a pending task check. Squad and the gun are both fine. And this gun here. no effect, and the other pack front gun, no effect. Flip. All right, less than enthusiastic about that, I got to be honest. I mean, it's obscuring their shots. Maybe I should have gone smoke. I don't know. But at least it's doing something, I guess. All right, let's go with other shooting. So we have 8 firepower here. I need a 9-1 to make a command die roll. And then we can do a 12 up 4 there. Or wrong, 8 up 4. Here we need a 4 up 2. Let's do a 8 up 3. And then we're going to do a 4 up 2. We have 20 firepower here, plus 2. 9 on the 20 should be a 1 check. Another crew lives, no rate. This 10-2 barely makes it, but he does. And are we acquired on this guy? We are. Let's swing fire to the left. And we're going to fire on this guy here with a +1, 2, 3, 5, down 2, +3. So it's going to be a 5 or less to hit. And that hits only shot and on the 20 table. Actually, it's going to miss because we have an FFE now to worry about. So we're required, and that's it. And then I think that's you two guys here. 7-0 command die roll. Let's do a 8 up 2. 7 is a 1 check, so the leader and the broken guy. DM. This guy is going to fire here. And we need +1, 2, 3, 5 or less to hit. You're going to need a 5 or less to hit. And you here are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 12 up 3. And you can then do 8 up 2. NMC leader and squad. Squad is broke. Alright, this guy is going to get a 2 up 3 shots. Hail Mary. Probably should have fired on him instead. I could fire you. That would be a +1, 2, 4, +4 on the 8. Yeah, well. Alright, here. 9-2. We're going to be on the 11 double is 22. +3 out of the smoke. 3 for the building is +6. +6 on the 20. That's going to be 14 is nothing. And then the main cannon guy will be +2, +3 buttoned up. Smoke will be, actually no, so +3, button up is +4. Smoke will be +7. 2x range brings it down to a +5. It'll be 3 less to hit. That hits. And on the 20 table, we have a 5. 4 check. And that will be Elar. You guys here are going to fire 12 up, 3 into here. That is a NMC for the 2 half squads, 1, 2, and they both break. And I don't think I'm going to fire anything else in there. I don't want them going berserk. The rest of it's pretty good up here. We want this guy to roll command, which means I can go 2, 6, 7, 8. $12 up 2. No effect. I can go 8, 12, 12 up 4. No effect. And then 1, 2, nope. These guys are going to fire here. It's going to be 8 up 2. 6 on the 8 is a 1 check. Broke. And a sniper. And then over here we're going to do 8 up 1. 1 check. And you're good. You have acquired. You can shoot. Waste of a snake eyes. Roll to hit is a miss. That should hit. And on the 12, we have a 7 is a 1 check. 4, 5, 8 is fine. And this guy here, that will miss. -1 armor leader, -1 acquisition, gets rid of the entrenchment, so that would actually hit. And on the 12, we have 5, so 2 check. They still live. And then we'll do the 10-2 here. He's going to fire 6 flat. Another 2 check. And they finally break after all that to get a sniper. With a 1. Of course it is. South sniper and equal 5 for 2, which again is going to land on our broken guy, and this time it's going to vaporize him. Alright, we're running out of sniper bait down there. We need somebody else. I'm not going to fire anything more at that. That's it for the defensive fire phase. Advancing fire, we have 1 flame. It refuses to burn. Don't know if that's good or bad. And then we do no advancing fire because nothing else really was able positioned to do it. I shouldn't say that. We do have a 1 squad here. So that's going to be 3, 1.5. Doubled is 3, plus 1 is 4. So 4 up 1. Nope, 4 flat. 7 is a pinning. You're fine. That guy can't shoot. And then we go road phase. All right, what's broken there, Mr. Russians? You guys are in a trench, you're fine. You guys are middle of an FFE, can't really do much. Behind minefields, you're fine. You guys have to go back. All right, you have to leave now. And I think you're going to come back to here. No, that would be overstacked, so you're going to come back to this trench. You guys have to leave as well. What would be 1, 4, 5. You guys will get into that building. I think that's good. Germans, for their part, what has to move? Well, technically, you could go forward because you can't see anybody. You could move into this location. You're not moving closer to him. You can't see this guy or this guy, so I believe you could move closer to him. And I think that's going to be it for the route phase. Russian advance. Let's come this way. Leave that 2 behind for now. You come this way. Actually, no, you'll bring it with you. Three, 4. All right, you're going to come back to here. You guys are going to come back to there. You guys can all spread out, take a piece of real estate for each of you. Again, in here, we really can't do too much. You guys probably should have activated in your trench. I forgot to do that. 1, 2. 1 yes, 1 no. Six is a squad and a support weapon. 447 with a LMG. All right, and that's going to be it for the route phase and the advanced phase. And we don't have any close combat, so that's going to be it for the Russian turn 2. All right, there we have the end of turn 2. So we're going to call it there, and we're making some progress. We've got troops in the mine belt that are going to try and punch their way through at the end of next turn 3. Make it slow and steady. We got a lot of broken units up here, but eventually, now that they're no longer DM'd, I should be able to start making them buy. It'd be nice if this guy got off his ass and entered the fray, but he's been panicked 2 turns in a row. And same with this tank here. 2 turns in a row, he's been panicked off board. So with any luck, they'll start coming on board, and then we can start rallying our guys. I do have 1 tank here that I'm going to have to exit off the board because he broke his gun, which kind of sucks, but such as it is. All right, so that's going to be it for turn 2, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.